guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Ryan. This is my pregnancy video update for weeks 23 through 25. Today is February 19th. I am 25 weeks and 2 days. Yay! Yesterday was my little boy's 5th birthday. Walter turned 5 yesterday, so wow, I can't believe that he is that big. Alright, so at 25 weeks, my baby is a little over 13 inches long and almost 2 pounds. And if you are new to my channel, I do not know what I'm having, boy or girl, so I don't know. At first I was feeling boy, and then sometimes I'm like, well, everything feels so different with this pregnancy that I'm thinking it might be a girl, so I don't know. I would love y'all's guesses if you want to comment on that. Okay, so let's start with week 23. My symptoms for that week were mostly heartburn, and then still having the Charlie horses at night in my calves. Like when I stretch, I can feel my muscles tighten, so I try to relax my legs. I've tried to start drinking more water than I already am. I drink a lot of water, but I am drinking more water. I'm not really sure if it's totally avoidable. I think it's a big symptom of pregnancy, but I feel like over the past couple of weeks they have gotten a little bit better. Let's see, on week 23 I booked, my husband and I, we are going to Gatlinburg. Really exciting thing. It's something that we can, do together before the baby comes with no kids, That's about it for week 23, I think. Week 24, I hurt my back. I think I pulled a muscle in my back. I was lifting some things that I shouldn't have been lifting, so it's really my fault, but I was using a heating pad pretty much all that week. Let's see, the baby, the kicks I'm feeling are amazing. Like, they're such big kicks. Like, you can actually look down at my belly now and see the movement, and there's a lot more rolling around I can feel. Week 24, I was super tired, exhausted. I took a nap 6 out of 7 days of that week, and I'm not a nap taker. I never take naps, but I was so exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open sometimes. And it's interesting because I had my OB appointment on February 6th. I was 23 weeks and 3 days, and my blood pressure was 88/54. That is pretty low for a blood pressure, especially in a pregnant woman. So they looked up my past blood pressures of my appointments, and they noticed that they're trending down. So they got a little worried about that. I'm just going to go over these real quick. When I was 13 plus 3, my blood pressure was 119/70. When I was 15 plus 2, it went down to 110/64, which is still good. 19 plus 5, my appointment, it was 102/62, so going down a little bit more. And then my appointment before last, when I was 21 plus 2, my blood pressure, and I mentioned this in my video, my last video, it was 97/52. And that's when I went and saw my specialist. And she said, "Is your blood pressure normally that low?" And I said, "Well, sometimes it does run low, but not that low." And she asked me if I felt weak or, dizzy or anything, and I didn't. But I always feel tired and a little weak, especially if I don't eat something. So anyway, and this past appointment, 23 plus 3, was 88/54. So it's gone down, my blood pressure, every single appointment. And I told them I don't really feel terribly bad. I just feel pregnant. That's just, I feel like when you're pregnant, you're just assumed, I assume that I'm not going to feel great, I'm making a human being, so. So my doctor wanted to check my iron levels, so they did a CBC on me, and I will attach this in the video. The results were, my red blood cells were low. Normal is 4.2 to 5.4, and mine was 3.89. My hematocrit was low. It was 34.9, and the normal range is 36 to 48. So both of those were low. So of course I start researching and Googling, which is what I do. And it said that low red blood cells and hematocrit could mean that you're anemic, which makes you extremely tired and weak and shaky and all that. So, but when the office called me, they said that it's okay because my hemoglobin is in the normal range, and the normal range for that is 12 to 16, and my result was 12.3. I guess I'm gonna go by what they say, but what bothered me is that they were supposed to draw my iron levels, and they didn't do that. And when I asked them about that, they said that since my labs were normal, they didn't see it, you know, warranting an iron level draw. And I thought, well, I think you told me that I was gonna have to have that drawn anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna ask at my next appointment with my specialist. This was just my regular OB appointment. I'm gonna ask my specialist about it and see what he says, because he is super, super smart. So I'm just gonna check with him and let him look at my levels and ask about the iron. So, I mean, those low levels could be the reason why I'm super, super tired. So we'll see. I have been taking more walks, which I feel really happy about. Clint and I took Walter to the park one day, and we walked around the circle there, and then we took a walk in the neighborhood and took him to our little park in our neighborhood. Some days I feel pretty good, and I'm able to take a walk, so happy about that. All right, let's go to, I forgot. Week 24, when I was 23 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 23 weeks and 4 days, Jansen and Price, my 11 and 12-year-old, felt the baby kick. And they thought it was awesome. Like, they put their hand on my belly, you know, and they were sitting there for a little bit, and I was like, now it might take a minute. And they felt it. It was amazing. All right, week 25. More heartburn. One day I woke up with a really bad headache. I'm still having headaches every day. They're not terrible. I'm doing okay with that. So, still taking my vitamins for the headaches. And I don't know if y'all can see this on camera. I'll get closer. My face is breaking out. It's not pretty. I don't normally have this bad of breakouts. I mean, my skin is not like awesome or anything, but I don't normally. I'm gonna get closer to the camera and see this. This is not normal for me. I kind of wanted to get you guys, if you've had, sorry, that's my alarm to get Walter, but I'm already here at school. I came early, so I'm already sitting in the parking lot. That's why I'm in the car. If you have been pregnant with a boy and a girl, can you tell me if your symptoms for your pregnancy were the same, or if you had different symptoms with your girl than your boy? Because I am having several different symptoms with this pregnancy, like the breakout, face breaking out. But I can kind of attribute it to, maybe it's because I'm older. I'm 42, and the last time I was pregnant I was 37, and before that I was 30 and 31. So sometimes I think, well, it's probably just because I'm older, you know. Some other different symptoms that I'm having. I'm having a lot of pain up here in my upper belly. I didn't have that with my other kids. I feel the baby super, super low. Like really, really low. Like unusually low. It's so low that I asked my doctor about it. But she said the more pregnancies you have, your muscles are loose, you know, and they know what to do, so they spread apart sooner, and there's not much muscle there to hold up the baby. So this is my 4th pregnancy where I've gotten far along. And okay, my battery went dead, so I'm not really sure where it cut off, but I was just talking about different symptoms that I'm having with this pregnancy. I've gained more weight with this pregnancy. And I do want to clear this up. I talk about my weight because I want to feel good physically. It has nothing to do with how I look at all. I know that there's weight gain with pregnancy, and I don't worry about that at all. I worry about how it makes me feel physically, as far as, you know, being able to walk up my stairs without being short of breath, or roll over in bed without having a hard time. And I know that, you know, the heavier I am, the more difficult it's going to be for me to do things. And also, will I have the strength and stamina and feel up to pushing this baby out? I know I'm going to have to push the baby out, I get that, but the more weight I gain, the harder it's going to make on my body. And, you know, with long labors, and plus I'm older, I want to be, I know I'm not physically fit, but I want to be, you know, I want to feel good. So that's why I'm always talking about weight gain. And I always try to go as long as I can without getting an epidural. And I know that if I don't feel good, then I'm gonna want to get an epidural sooner, and I don't want to do that. I would actually love to have just an all-natural birth, but that's a dream of mine. But I always end up getting the epidural anyway. So I just wanted to clear that up, that I worry about weight because of the way I'm feeling physically. It has nothing to do with how I look. Let's go ahead and go over my weight gain. Week 23, I gained 3 pounds. Week 24, I gained 1 pound. And then this past week, week 25, I lost a pound. So overall, hold on, 3, 4, I only gained 3 pounds in 3 weeks. I think that's right. I usually have it wrote down, but I didn't write it down this time. Okay, normally right now I would give you a bump shot, but I am in the van, and that's not really doable for you to get the full effect. So when I get home from getting Walter, I will give y'all a bump shot. My next appointments, my next maternal fetal medicine with my specialist is on Wednesday, and they're going to do another anatomy scan. They didn't get all the views of the heart that they needed to last time, so they're going to do that. That's going to be on Wednesday. And then my next regular OB appointment is March 5th. I think that's it, guys. So I really just want to know what y'all's symptoms are, if you had different symptoms with your pregnancies, if you had a boy and a girl, or if they were the same. I'm really, really interested, because at my last anatomy scan, the baby wasn't measuring as big as Walter was at that point. Walter was like 2 weeks bigger than what I was supposed to be. He was a huge baby. And normally with your pregnancies, I mean, not everyone. I know a lot of people commented last time about how some of their babies got smaller. But normally with pregnancies, especially if you're having the same sex baby, if I was to have another boy, I would think that it would be bigger. And this baby is much smaller than Walter was. So it makes me think I might be having a girl. My husband is convinced we're having a girl, but I am just so used to having boys. And almost, it's hard for me to picture in my head even being able to have a girl. I don't care either way. Boy or girl, doesn't matter to me. I think it'd be cool to have a girl, but you know, I'm used to boys. I love boys, so I would love to have a boy too. So just let me know your symptoms. I think that's it. So guys, give me some updates on where you are. I know there's several people that have told me, messaged me and said they are pregnant. So I'm praying for you all. I still pray for you all every night. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay guys, let's get a bump shot.